First of all, what was the most surprising thing to you about the ride of this movie?
I think that the kind of slow roll of it, just by virtue of that, it's a tiny movie, and we also had the strike, and people have really found it as in like a trickle. So I've really loved like every day or weekend or whatever. If someone goes on a plane, the little bits and bobs of people popping in to say that they loved it or that it meant something to them. So it's not this just like big wash. It's been like a really like slow burn in a nice way.
We also made something like incredibly specific to us, and the fact that it had the sort of like universality that it did, I think it was just like a thrill to us, and it was like everything we had hoped for. And this recognition is like just a little sprinkle.
Motivation maybe to continue working with your friends.
Totally. Well, certainly the two of us are hoping to make some things and write some things together in our lives. So it was a great first trial with some of our dear friends as buffers, and now maybe we put it under the gauntlet and do it alone, baby.
Yeah, we really ripped the Band-Aid off.
Tell me about that, mixing business and pleasure. How do you, first of all, mixing a relationship and business? How is that? How do you guys find that navigating that as artists, but also as a couple?
I think it was really put under, we're both actors, so we've existed in this space for a long time as like friends and then in a relationship. But we really put it under a microscope and working together so intensely on this film. And I think it was we did a good job. I'm really proud of us.
I mean, I think we definitely try to prioritize each having our own spaces and spheres and things that belong to us individually, so that when we do come together, it's really intentional and it's something we really want to make together. And luckily, the greatest part of our relationship is that we really have similar sensibilities and find the same things funny. So it's a joy to like spend time, making things that make us both happy.
Yeah, we only fought one time on this entire film.
Yeah.
And it was on the final day when we were like behind the clock.
We had only like 2.5 days to shoot the entire musical at the end of the film, and a lot of pressure was on, executing it, and I got very anxious, and I was on the God mic.
Like on the God mic, just sort of like dumping his anxieties on the children.
It wasn't that bad.
I was like, go. I was like, get to Village, and I like sent him away.
And then it took a minute, and then we were okay. And that was it.
And then obviously you made up because then you got engaged after that. So tell me how that's going. I was just reading up on you guys in preparation, and I Googled you and saw like some stories about wedding planning. So I hate to be that guy at the party, but how's it going?
It's going like well. We have like a long
runway,
long engagement, which has been like really nice and easy and chill, and has made the process not feel like as anxiety-inducing as I think a lot of people experience this process as.
Yeah, we just make little decisions at a time, and I think we don't feel a ton of pressure on like the day that maybe some people feel, because we just feel really lucky that we have lots of great, exciting celebratory moments as a couple all the time. So
that's true. There's a lot of pressure on like a wedding being like the largest day in a lot of people's lives, but like I don't know, he won like a Tony Award at 22. You know what I mean? It's like
it's different.
But I gotta ask two questions. One, which is a serious business question. Then we gotta go something light for the end, because we can't end on this. This was too good. We can't end on something heavy. But I wanted to ask you, because you're so smart, writer, performer, you guys sing, do everything. The threat of AI is still looming. Are you nervous about that as artists? What do you make of it? I mean, it was just mentioned yesterday during the SAG Awards about Fran Drescher talking about just that it's still a thing that actors need to be aware of, and we just don't know how it's going to go. Are you reading up on it? How are you feeling about it?
I'm very uninformed. I think in terms of just like being a big scary thing, it's certainly concerning, and I would love to be able to still always do my job and be the only one that could do my job. But I honestly don't know enough about it to know how afraid to be or not.
I feel, I am probably the same. I feel dumb and scared about it all, And
then we'll go light. One of the great things about being here and being included among these nominees is championing independent film and storytellers and shining a light on some things that maybe need a little bit more of a light. Is there a performance or a film that's either among this group of nominees or the wider release from the past year that you really love, that you want to shout out?
I really loved All of Us Strangers, the Andrew Haig film, and specifically Andrew Scott's performance in it and Paul Mescal's performance. Just amazing movie with like so much sophistication and a really beautiful queer relationship, and I loved it.